All right. You're going to place your hands just on top of your thighs, relax the elbows even more, and lift the middle of your chest a little bit higher. We're going to allow this tall spine to get our breath going. So if you need kind of more energy in your breath, you take bigger inhales and squeeze the belly for your exhales. You're relaxing the shoulders down into the spine. Just tuning inwards a little before we start moving. And if you want a little challenge, let's tuck the toes under. Squeeze the big toes kind of closer together, heels closer together, and sit back down like nothing happened. We'll lift the chest up and roll the shoulders down, relax the elbows. Working a bit of a twist in our practice today. Try to breathe into the sides of your waist. So where your hips go all the way up into the creases of your armpits, imagine your lungs are there and they get wide and then they get big and then they get tall. So 3 more big inhales, big exhales. Distracting from your feet, you can always flip them under if you need. And our last one, together through your nose and out of your nose. Good. Lean forward, tap your toes down, and have your seat back onto your mat. You're going to reach the left arm up and over your head. Spread the fingers. Try to align both shoulders so the left shoulder is going down. Bend at your elbow, maybe touch behind your shirt or your neck. You can stay here pulling the elbow back or use your right hand to draw it towards the center line. First, we're going to puff up the ribs on purpose and lift the chest up and shrug the shoulders together. That's a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to push the ribs back in and continue to stretch just your arm. One more. Inhale, lift the chest, widen the ribs open, still pulling your elbow to center. And exhale like you're closing in the cage of your ribs. Keep this length in your spine. Left hand goes across to the outside of your right knee. Right hand goes to the low back. Push into both like you're squeezing a tube of toothpaste. And we twist mostly at the top, so around the neck, the shoulders, the tops of the lungs. Good. Then right fingertips touch the mat behind you. We're just lifting the hips up, sweeping the left arm up towards the ceiling, tiny little back bend. Push up with your rib cage, down with your shins, and down we go to your neutral spine. Right arm reaches up, spread those fingers and try to line up the shoulders. So if the right shoulder is reaching high, keep them in one line. Pull the belly in, bend your elbow, and use your other hand to draw it in towards the center. Your hand is pressing down or floating, but reaching towards the ground. Inhale, we'll pulse the ribs up towards the ceiling, so expand the chest. Exhale, you're not going back, just to neutral, and pull on your arm a little bit more. One more, lift the chest. And close it in. Nice. From here, spin around. Right hand catches the thigh or your knee. Left hand to the mat or to the low back. Push into both. So strengthen your arms. We'll lift the chest. And squeeze the inner thighs. Left fingertips touch the ground. Either reach the arm up without your hips or push your hips up. Squeeze your glutes and reach that right arm up and over your head. Good. And one last time back into our seat. From here, make sure you're in the middle of the mat or maybe scooch back just a little bit. We need some space out in front of you. So I would say maybe, yeah, the second half of your mat. We're going to swing the arms up, come onto standing onto your kneecaps. Separate the kneecaps just a little bit. Good, and we'll tuck the toes under. Find that neutral spine by drawing the tailbone down and drawing your ribs in. So make that connection. Look forward, take a breath in. Breath out, we're reaching the arms forward and leaning back. So think of this as tightening our little belt out in front of us. You're also using your thighs. Inhale, we'll come up. So magic number 4 today. Exhale, reach the arms forward. Even squeeze your glutes and lean back. You don't have to go too far to feel this. Not a back bend. So reach the arms up halfway. Use the arms as a counterweight as you lean back. Last one, breath in and breath out. Good. Really simple. Reach your arms up. Take your hands to your heart center. Press the palms. Lift the chest towards your palms and widen your elbows. Little balance. Keep your left toes where they are. Look forward. Step forward with your right foot into a lunge. You want your right knee still tracking in line with your right ankle, your right heel. Even out your hips by pressing into your palms, rolling the right hip back and the knee forward. Good. You have a big proud chest. Reach those arms over your head. You can untuck your back toes and press them down. Hold on to your left wrist. Side bend over to the right side, rolling the left hip forward. To come up, the belly draws in. We tip ourselves back up. You're engaging the inner thighs. And take your hands down to the ground, half splits. Straighten-ish your right leg. Walk your hands back so your fingertips are wide. Then drag the right hip back and fold forward. Spreading the toes away from each other and flexing the foot. So your whole leg is working, stretching. All right, so a little transition we'll do a few times today. We're bending the right knee and landing your hands down to the ground. And you're going to pick up the right knee, so it feels like it can't go anywhere, but we're landing in our tabletop, but with an extended right leg. So you're sneaking that leg under and pointing the toes and trying to line them up. Good. If you need to come to a tabletop first, you definitely can. If you need to tuck these toes, you definitely can. So we're staying here. We're rounding the upper spine right in between the shoulder blades. Pressing into the middle of your palms and rolling the left hip back is the challenge. This leg can float anywhere, but we're pulsing 4 times. So take a breath in, breath out, up we go. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale. And last one. Inhale and exhale. To come out, so simple. Tabletop, arch your spine, breath in, lift the chest, lift the sitting bones. Breath out, round your spine, lean a little forward. And then lean a lot back into a closed knees child's pose. Tuck your toes, drop your head, but keep your arms active so we're not completely relaxed. And so walk your hands back towards your knees. We'll reach the arms up and come to standing on the knees at the same time. You can tuck your toes under wherever you feel more powerful in your legs. This time we are squeezing the glutes, tailbone down, ribs in and widen through the chest. So we want powerful arms reaching apart. Take the breath in, breath out, lean back as your arms go forward. You can do what we did last time, or take a breath in here, breath out, twist over to the right side like you're holding a block, and bring it back to center. Same side, we'll do 3 more. Breath in, breath out, twisting just from the upper body. Good. Breath in, breath out. Nice. Breath in, 1 more. Getting tougher, breath out. Good. Arms reach up, untuck your toes for a second. Maybe a back bend by squeezing the glutes and lifting the chest. And we come back where we started, arms forward, toes tuck. Take your breath in, cinch everything up, breath out, lean back. We're just doing the other side, 4 more. Take an inhale. Over to the left we go on the exhale. Good. Inhale to center. So equal press of your feet in the back if you can. 2 more, like a sprinkler. Breath in, breath out. Good. Last one. And breath out. Come all the way up, untuck your toes, interlace your fingers behind your back. Slide your hands down so the arms are straight. Like you're diving backwards, lift the rib cage again, squeeze the low belly in. Good. And hands come to your heart center. Tuck your toes again, look forward, take a breath in. Breath out, step with the left foot. Make sure you have lots of room. Knee is in line with your heel. Strengthen the inseam of your left leg. Good. Grow taller, reach the arms over your head. Stay or side bend, hold your right wrist and extend the whole right side. From the knee driving down, maybe your toes are untucked. Nice. Rise back up to center. You're still pulling this left hip back. Hands find the ground. Half splits, flex your foot and draw your left hip back. Maybe even your heel, bow forward. So the tailbone is sticking out as we bow forward. Spreading the toes, getting that extra stretch along the calf. Nice. Now our transition, we walk our hands forward. You're bending this left knee. You're passing through your tabletop. So right toes can be tucked. You're really just swinging that left foot back, pointing the toes and extending it, probably the height of your hip. Spread your palms, push your knuckles down, and let's get that belly in. Good. Push the ground. Here we go for 4. Take an inhale. Lift it, pulse it higher. Exhale. Lower it down, doesn't have to touch the ground. And up. So you're just full control of your back leg and both of your hips. We keep going. And 1 more. Nice. Bend the knee. 1 more time. Arch your spine like you're flushing it out. Push from the toes. Lift the chest. And breath out, round your spine. Tuck the chin. Head drops. Good. Push yourself back. 1 more time into a child's pose. Forehead comes down to the mat. Nice. Now this time we walk our hands to the back. And do that again, a little faster. Reaching the arms up, stand up onto your knees. Tuck the toes under. Squeeze the belly in. Squeeze onto the glutes. We're used to this shape now. Take an inhale. Reach back on the exhale. Stay leaning back. Touch your tops of the thighs on the breath in. These are our 4 this time. Breath out, those arms reach over your head. 3, and up. 2, and up. And 1, and up. Nice. Stand up tall, hands come to heart center. Look forward, breathe in. Step forward, breathe out. Even out your hips right away. Keep your back toes tucked. Lean forward. Twist over to the right side. You can catch your elbow on the outside of your thigh. Push into your palms and roll the right hip ribs back. Continue to bend your right knee. Nice, maybe a little lower by bending that right knee. Push off your feet, rise up, reach up, little back bend or a big one, biceps in line with your ears. Hands come down to the ground. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, straighten the right leg, walk your hands back and bow. Hands come forward, step your right foot forward, and press into your palms. We're sneaking that right foot back just like before. So right foot goes back, you're in your floating tabletop. This time, we come down onto your forearms. So find your forearms, gonna be a little bit harder, push your chest forward, roll the right thigh in. Same 4 pulses here, take your breath in, up we go for 1, for 2, for 3, and for 4. Really good, back onto your hands. Left leg straightens, you're in your 3-legged dog. So you push yourself up and back, good. Take an inhale, look forward. Exhale, we'll step that right foot through. High lunge, circle your arms over your head. Keep pushing into the back toes, squeezing onto your right thigh, and reaching up towards the ceiling. Nice. Big breath in. Let's twist over to the right side. Right hand comes behind you, left hand comes forward. Again, pulling with the back arm, reaching with the front arm, and keeping the back leg strong. Arms up and over, take an inhale. You can look up. Hands down to the ground, pyramid pose on your exhale. So straighten the back leg, the front leg. Send more weight back, right hip back. Good. Just for your last breath, take an inhale. Exhale, you can lift the back heel and bend the back knee. So kind of like a floating half splits. This helps too. We're moving into our standing splits. So pulse off your back leg. Push and lift the left leg up as you bow. Stay here. Take a breath in. Fold, breathe out. And kick up the left leg. Knee to your nose. Draw the knee in towards you. One more like that. Left leg extends up or out. It's really about squeezing, drawing it in. Knee comes in. Little balance. Soften your right knee. We're swinging the left knee up as we stand up. If you can, it doesn't touch the ground. If you need the toes for a second, come up into an eagle pose. Wrap your arms, wrap your left leg. Give everything more of a squeeze to the middle to grow taller in your spine. More bend in your right knee. And squeeze your thighs. To come out, unravel your arms, reach your left knee up. Step your feet together side by side, toes closer, bend your knees, Ukutasana Pose. Reach your arms either forward or just hands to prayer. So see where you're at, good. Take a breath in. Add your twist over to the right. Like your prayer twist, we dive down a little, twist from the ribs. Here a little harder, we have to keep the knees together and lengthen your spine. Push into your right hand. Stand up when you're ready, all the way up. Reach the arms over your head. Release your arms by your sides, palms face forward. As if you're catching the breath or just returning to the sound of it, the feeling of it. Pressing from your feet, circle your arms back up, take a breath in. Fold forward, breathe out. Halfway lift, take an inhale. Hands down, step back, plank pose. Hold your plank. Good, so not flowing just yet, just finding that nice even weight distribution between your hands and your feet. Probably come forward on your toes. Lift the ribs up a little higher, lengthen the tailbone, look forward. One breath in. Good, knees down, breathe out. Push yourself back to mini child's pose just for a second. And walk your hands towards your knees. Good. One more time, I promise. We'll reach the arms up, come into, this is our kind of base pose. We're going to squeeze the glutes, belly in. Instead of the ribs pushing out, they're drawing together. And here we go. Take a breath in. Same one as last time. Arms go forward. Try to lean back as far as you can go without falling. Hands touch your thighs. Hands reach up, biceps circle the ears. Nice. 3 more, down we go. Up we go. 2 more, breathe in. Nice, breathe out. And one last time, breathe in. Good, breathe out. Reach your arms over your head. Catch your breath, take your hands to your heart center. We'll look forward, step forward, left foot leads the way in your lunge. Make sure it's a pretty wide lunge. You don't want the knee passing the ankle. Roll the left hip back, widen your elbows, lift the chest. We bow forward to twist. You can be anywhere in your twist. You can use your elbow, draw that knee in as you open up the chest. Yes, one more breath, more push of your palms, more twist. And we'll come out super carefully. Keep the hands together. Reach your arms up like you're back bending. And we'll fold. Half splits just for a second. Rolling the hips back. Left leg goes back. One inhale. And we fold. So our transition, walking our hands forward. There's not a lot of room. You can be on your fingertips. We are sending those left toes back in line with the hip. Leg is floating, it's inner rotated. Come on to your forearms for your pulses. Pull the chest forward and lift the rib cage up. Go for it for 4, kicking up. 3, 2, and for 1. Good. Back onto your hands. Toes are tucked, straight into our 3-legged dog. So we're pushing off that back leg, floating the left leg up into the air. Bow your head and bow the right heel. Take an inhale. Step forward on your exhale. Tippy toes of your right foot, high lunge to rise up. Find your balance, just like when you're leaning back. Pull the tailbone down and more strength in your back leg. The back knee is going up towards the ceiling. Long spine, inhale. We'll T-twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Arms back up. Pyramid pose, walk your back foot in and fold forward. Always you can push that hip back. Really ground down from the balls of your feet. See if that makes a difference. Then now lift the back heel up, bend the back knee. So this becomes your little spring. You're more in control, moving into your standing splits. You can do this as many times as you need. Walk the hands forward and kick that back leg up. Halfway lift, inhale, and fold, exhale. Kick up higher with your right leg. Breathe in. Knee into your nose. Breathe out. Use your head too. Just one more. Right leg up. Right knee in. Here we need some balance, so bend this left knee. Come onto your fingertips first. It's that same kind of swing through we do with the tabletop. Round a little bit in the spine when you're ready. Push off your foot. Find your eagle pose. Right arm under, right leg up and over. Oopsie. Forearms press, lift the elbows, and relax the shoulders down. Get a little lower with that left knee. Good. Right knee in, arms up, breath in like you're floating up to the ceiling. Breath out like you're grounding down. Push the feet, Ukutasana Pose. Arms forward. Hands to your heart center. Tailbone back. Chest lift, stay, or twist over to the left side. Rise up by pushing onto your feet, reaching the arms up, looking up at your thumb. And open up your arms to the side, pause. Find a little stillness in your thoughts and in your body. Okay, so reach the arms over your head, take a breath in. Forward fold, draw the tailbone back, but control the navel drawing into the spine. Halfway up, breath in. We go back into a plank pose. Press the palms, step one leg long, the other leg long. Weight draws forward. Spread the balls of your feet. Imagine you're pushing your heels against something. Holding your plank. Up and back, downward facing dog. Shake it out if you need. Find movement if you need. So going for 2 flows here, 2 vinyasas. However you choose to practice. We'll start with the heels high, softening of the knees. You can step or you can hop forward to the front of your mat. Come up halfway, take the inhale. Fold in half, exhale. Arms circle up. Hands to your heart center. Lining everything up. One breath in. So you can imagine we're in the same room, breathing together. Exhale, arms by your sides. Arms up, inhale. And fold in half, exhale. Halfway up, breath in. If you're hopping, it's into bent elbows, hands plant down. Plank through chaturanga or chaturanga with your knees down or up. Baby cobra, inseams of your legs super long. Back through a downward facing dog. Draw the sitting bones up into the air and use, like when we're leaning back, use those muscles we woke up, the tops of the thighs, across the abdomen. Draw your ribs in, expand your back body. We'll firm up the hands, lighten up the heels, soften the knees, look forward. Hop forward, feet land at the same time. Nice, halfway up, breath in. And fold, breathe out. Rise up, so one last time, stretching your fingertips wide, reaching for the ceiling. And bringing it all together, all that energy between your palms, hands to heart center. One breath in, and one breath out. Arms circle up, maybe look up, follow your hands. Soften the knees to bow down, almost like you're diving into a pool. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. Chaturanga, you can hop back, bend your elbows, and hold. Upward facing dog, hips forward and tops of your feet press down. Downward facing dog will meet. All right, three-legged dog. Turn the inner thigh in. Push the left hip back. So even here, so we're breaking our patterns if we always go to one side. Look forward, take an inhale. Step forward, take an exhale. Kick back in the left leg, make it super strong. Come to the tippy fingers of your left hand, and we'll reach the right arm up. So it's almost like a more raised, twisted lunge. You have space to draw this right hip back and really twist from the rib cage. So in all of our twists, like you're trying to move the sternum up towards the ceiling. You're firming up your feet. Rise into a warrior two. The left hand leads the way. Circle it open and press the left heel down. Arms are wide. Good. We're just really simple. Going to straighten the right leg, reach the right arm back, and find your warrior two, again, even deeper. One more, we circle the right arm back, straighten your right leg, and you make this fun circle. Find your wide-legged forward fold, turn the right heel in, push the hips up, decide if you need a shorter stance. First, a stretch, like the forehead's gonna touch the ground. Press the sides of your feet apart and let your torso fall. And we'll come onto the fingertips and find length in your spine. Left hand goes right into the center, so right in front of your nose, and we'll reach the right arm first open to the side. So keep it flat, then twist by pushing into both of your arms. See if maybe you can float this left fingertip off the ground. You're really using your legs. They're trying to separate your mat, and you're really using your core. Big twist. Maybe look over your right shoulder. And right hand comes back down to the ground. Walk your hands forward, right toes face forward. We're really just dragging this left knee behind your right heel and having a little bit of a seat. And we're in our seated twist, really simple. Right foot close to you, right knee close to you, right hand behind you, left elbow onto the thigh. Nice. To come out, it's a little bit more of a sneak through. Hands come forward. You're on this right foot, and you're stepping your left foot back into a lunge. Unraveling, so we're going back into our twisted lunge. We'll reach that arm over your head. Good. Then both hands down to the ground. Unraveling again into your plank pose. So here we are in our plank, pushing the ground, holding the belly in and pushing the heels back. Right arm comes down to the ground. Left arm comes down to the ground. Find your forearm plank. Push the ground from right underneath the palms all the way into the elbows. We'll walk the feet forward like a downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Relax your neck. You're looking more at your feet than at your hands. And push the ground away through the arms. So a little dolphin pose. Not like a resting pose, but kind of like a reset. Maybe walking the feet even closer and tipping the weight up. Okay, and we'll walk the feet back. So we're walking back into a forearm plank, sending the chest forward, holding it for one breath in, and coming all the way down, land soft on the belly. Hands are there. Make a little pillow for your forehead. Forehead comes down. Good. So we'll make our hips a little heavier. Take the hands closer to the ribs, elbows bent, so like your baby cobra arms. Lift your head, lift the middle of your chest, and strengthen the tops of your feet. So as if you were doing a baby cobra. But today we are going to roll the shoulders forward. I'm just getting a couple of rolls in and roll those shoulders back. Next time you're back, press the feet more strongly into the ground and reach those arms back, really like a Superman, and peel one foot off of the mat, the other foot off of the mat, press your hips as if you don't want anything touching the ground anymore. Lift the top of your ribs and interlace your hands behind your back. So you did the hard work. Use your hands to actually back bend and point your toes closer and closer together, finding even more length coming out of the crown of your head. So longer holds, we're really feeling all the muscles in the back start to light up. Get an inch taller, an inch lighter. And forehead comes down. Use your hands, press yourself back into a wide-legged child's pose. So our first one, knees super wide, toes touch, have a seat, and drag your arms behind you, closer to the heels. All right, arms come forward. Press yourself into your downward facing dog. Flip your toes, hips up. Breath in through your nose and out of your nose. Left leg reaches up, circle that inner thigh down, right hip pulls back, even in your down dog. So we're getting those patterns in the body, looking forward and stepping forward. Land the right foot, knee in line with your heel. Come on to the fingertips of the right hand. Lengthen your back leg. Twisting lunge, we have room to open up the ribs and reach that left arm up. You're stacking your shoulders if you can. Notice for a droopy back leg. Squeeze your thigh. Weight comes forward. Then we're going to test this balance out and open up into warrior two. So back hand goes back, right arm goes forward, spin it around, land your heel, and open up the hips. We'll straighten the left leg, reverse it, left arm reaches back. And forward, bend that right knee, warrior two. This time left arm reaches back, and we'll find a wide-legged forward fold, just your other side. So feet down. I'm gonna turn around for a second. And forward fold. Good. Stay in your forward fold, but take your hands behind your head. Really, we're not pulling, you're just kind of guiding your head as if it's going through. Soften the knees and press the sides of your feet. You're getting deeper along the sides of your calves. Halfway up, you take your breath in. You push into the sides of your feet. Right hand comes to the center. So if you had a block and you needed one, or you're on the fingertips, left arm goes straight out to the side. So first we engage the belly. Push off the ground. Then we twist, pushing off both hands and evening out your hips. So roll the right hip back even here. Keep reaching. Maybe your right fingertips can float and you know you're twisting from your core muscles. Stabilizing with your legs. Good, and we'll come back. I'm just gonna turn around. Step your left foot forward. We're dragging this right knee behind so you have space to have a seat in your seated twist. The right heel's on the outside of the hip. Oops. The left knee is behind the ankle. The left hand reaches. Oops, the right hand reaches up and we twist. A little turned around. That's a really active twist. You're not using your arms against anything. Now you can use your arms as more of a passive twist. You can really go for it, pushing your arm against your leg, your thigh. and unraveling. It's a little sneak through. This right knee is bent. It's kind of in your lunge position. Your hands come forward. The right toes move backwards. Back into your twisting lunge. One breath in. Hands down. You're in a plank pose. The left toes go back. Push off your feet. Left forearm comes down. Right forearm comes down. We're in our forearm plank. Look forward, kind of puffing up the back body. Walk your feet towards your elbows and dive your head down like you're going to go through, but continue to push into your strong arms. And we'll walk the feet back. You're going all the way into a forearm plank. So like you're sliding down a wall and all the way down to the mat. Same thing, make a pillow for your hands and rest your forehead down. Find your baby cobra position, hands close to the ribs. Longer legs, so I like to lift them up. Press the hips, the whole pubic bone is going down. Arms squeeze closer to the rib cage, and we'll do the same nice shoulder roll. You can go twice forward and twice back. This time we're pushing the tops of the feet. Make sure the legs are staying strong. The chest is just 1 inch off of the mat, and we are reaching, if we can, the arms like in a Y shape, but the palms are facing each other. Lots of work to lift the chest up. Lift one foot up and the other. You're kind of in a full Superman pose now. Make the legs longer by squeezing the kneecaps. Lift an inch higher. Bend your knees and reach the outsides to grab the sides of your feet or your ankles and go for it. So full Dhanurasana, you can flex the feet and get up an inch higher. Pulling the weight back, and forehead comes down to the ground. Release your feet. Use your hands to press yourself up and back into a downward facing dog. Walk your feet a little bit closer. Going for a twist, the left hand catches the back of the calf or your ankle. Look underneath your right armpit. Relax your head as much as you can. And the other side, really simple, holding on. Lean to the right. Okay, your choice. You're gonna stay, or it's just your last flow before we do something else. So you can choose to stay here or come forward into a plank. Bend the elbows, lift the chest, and we'll meet back standing on our knees. So wherever you are, here we are back standing on our knees. Tuck your toes under. Reach your arms up. Squeeze your glutes, your tailbone. We're gonna lean back, this time catching onto your right heel and side bending. So you're kind of reaching and back bending, like your left fingertips wanna touch right behind your right foot. When we come up, take your hands to your heart center, look forward, step your right foot forward, we're in our lunge. Even out your hips. Bow forward, catch the left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Stay here, or you're lifting the back knee and pressing even more into your right foot as you twist from the palms together, right elbow lifts. Good. Fingertips touch the ground. Left knee comes down, half Hanumanasana, just for the bow, the flex of the foot, so we can come into our transition. Hands come down, sneak your right foot back, point your toes in line with your hips. We're gonna come onto our forearms here. Hands in the mat. Good. Gonna pulse up for 4, a little faster. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Press into your forearms, straighten your left leg. You're in your forearm, one-legged, downward facing dog. Press into your right hand and your left hand, and you're in a 3-legged dog. Good. Breath in. Step your right foot through. High lunge, reach your arms up and over your head. Big breath in. Hands down, pyramid pose. Walk your left foot in 2 straight legs and fold. Halfway up, find a twist. Left hand on the outside of your right foot. Right hand either to the hip or maybe reach it up and over. Super strong inner thighs. Nice. Continue to look over to the right. Bend both of your knees. Stack your knees on top of each other. Ukatasana Pose, hold on to the heels. One breath to lift the chest. Drape the belly, the chest, the chin, the head. It's pressing into the arms. You have a long spine. Arms forward, right foot down, straight into your standing splits. Press from your right foot. Kick that left leg up. One time. Kick up higher, breathe in. Knee to your nose, so left knee into your nose. Soften your right knee. Come up, straight into your eagle pose. Left leg wraps, forearms wrap. Lift the elbows and squeeze the belly. Good. And we'll come into an Ukatasana, feet, knees bend. Your eagle arms are still there. See if we can bow and twist with your eagle arms. Then straighten them out. The left hand reaches down, the right arm reaches up. So your arms are in this big wide open T. Nice. To come out, arms reach up and over your head. Stand tall in your Tadasana pose, palms face forward. Good. Arms up, take an inhale. Fold on your exhale. Halfway up, breath in. Hands down, step back, stay in your plank pose. Hold your plank pose, come onto your tippy toes so you're bringing the weight forward, and push your heels back so you're sending the weight back. One more time, toes come forward, chest comes forward, and heels go back. Good, breath in. Knees down to the ground. Walk your hands towards your knees. Reach the arms up. Strengthen the chain all around your spine. So one last back bend. Keep those toes tucked. Lean back. Reach with your left hand towards your left heel. Right hand is reaching up and over. You still have strong legs. You can bend your elbow for more of a reach. Come up, take your hands to your heart center. Look forward, big step forward with your left foot. So in your lunge, you're bowing forward, twisting so the right elbow catches the thigh, and straightening the back leg so you can squeeze that kneecap and find more weight coming forward than back. Nice. To come out, we just look down, frame your front foot for a second, bend that knee, Flex your foot and bow. Using momentum, hands forward, sneak the left toes back, and come onto your forearms. So our last 4, taking a breath in. Breath out, pulse for 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Using the right toes, forearms are firm, straighten that right leg. You're in your 3-legged forearm plank. And left arm straighten, right arm straighten, and we are in our 3-legged dog. Breath in. Step forward, breath out. High lunge, arms reach up and over. Settle, get an inch lower. Good, inhale. Pyramid pose, 2 straight legs, walk the back foot in. Stay here, our halfway lift. Find a twist, right hand on the outside of your foot. Left hand first pulls the left hip back, and maybe we extend it up. So from the bottom arm, we're twisting the ribs and reaching that left arm up high. So a block under this hand can really help you out. Keep twisting, bend both of your knees, swivel your hips to the side. Land both of your sitting bones. Hands onto your heels, take an inhale. And we'll bow up and over your legs. Leave some room for your chin to come in towards your chest. The more you heavy your left hip down, you'll feel the stretch, almost like a spiral around your back. As your final push, we'll press into the arms, lengthen your spine. We'll turn to face the front of the mat. The left foot plants down, straight into your standing splits. You're kicking off the back leg and bowing down. One time, kick up higher, inhale. Right knee in towards your chest and hold it there. So find your balance, look forward. We rise, you swing that leg through, my bad leg, and right arm comes underneath. Find your eagle pose is where we will meet. Elbows away from the chest, knees together. Then feet together, Ukatasana, legs. Let's bend those knees more. Draw the tailbone back, but contain your ribs. And twist with your eagle arms. You're set up with both elbows on the outside of your thigh to straighten out your arms and open the chest wide. Good, this is it. Press into your feet. This time we're doing Ukatasana Pose. Reach the arms. Hands to heart center, lift your heels. Separate your knees and find a little squat to come down. Maybe use your hands, maybe don't. Tailbone down, feet lift, arms go wide. Good. Straightening the legs a little bit more, rolling down, going all the way down to the mat. Super slow, as slow as you can. Take an inhale, lower halfway. One more breath in, maybe a quarter way. Breath in, and all the way down. Rest your head, arms pretty wide, palms facing up. Once you're there, bend your knees, feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana, knees out wide. Hold on to opposite elbows above your head with a slight tuck of your chin. And you can switch the grip of your elbows. Bring the knees together. Walk your feet hip distance apart and press all four corners of your feet down. We'll reach the arms long by your sides, doing kind of like a restorative kind of bridge. Spread your feet. Pretend there's a block between the thighs. Tuck the tailbone to lift the hips, and keep going, lifting the rib cage off of the mat. From here, we'll reach the arms over your head so the thumbs press to the ground. Keep your hips up and reach the arms back. Now we're gonna match both. Think of it as massaging your spine. Inhale, lift the hips up a little bit higher. Thumbs go back to the ground above the head. Exhale, roll down your spine and reach the arms towards the heels. 3 more. So we're kind of tucking, rolling the pelvis up, rolling onto the ribs, fingertips go back. Lowering the spine, arms go forward. And 1 more. Try to keep the neck relaxed, the chin tucked, arms up, hips up. And roll down your spine. Arms go out in a T shape. Widen your feet so they're more the mat distance apart than hip distance apart. And let both knees fall over to the left. You can look to the right. You can lift your left heel on top of your right thigh and get really flat to the ground. Switch it up. Keep your feet wide. Let the knees slowly go over to the other side. Lift the right heel on top of your thigh to catch. And let your left ear touch the ground. Yes. We'll bring your knees back up. Knees into the chest with no effort from your upper body at first. So bring those knees as close as you can in towards your chest. Hold on to your knees, squeeze them in closer until you can reach for the sides of your feet. And today you can either bring the feet together in a diamond shape and pretend your feet are going to touch your nose one day, or more classic happy baby with the feet really, really wide, pressing the feet up towards the ceiling, but your tailbone down towards the ground. Lots of energy in the legs, in the arms, and in your breath for your last 3 super conscious breaths right here. Maybe the last one is out of the mouth, releasing any tension you have left in your body. And when you're ready, feet together, and you'll find your Shavasana Pose. Any props you need. The nice thing about being home is you have some pillows around, maybe a blanket. Arms go wide and relax the legs. So starting from the bottom, the feet go out to the sides. The hips spill forward. Slight bend in the elbows. And as always, thanks for showing up on your mats. You can stay as long as you need. Take your rest, you deserve it. Namaste.